G'day legends, and welcome back. Crikey, have I got a ripper of an adventure for you today. Let's talk about something absolutely vital, something that every single living thing on this big blue and green marble depends on: fresh water. It's the lifeblood of our planet. But get this, less than 3% of all the water on Earth is fresh. Isn't that a mind-blower? And within that tiny percentage, you find some of the most incredible, most diverse, and most fascinating ecosystems you could ever imagine. These freshwater rivers and wetlands are just teeming with life, from the tiniest little fish to some of the biggest, most powerful predators on the planet. Now, I love every single animal, big and small, but I've got a special place in my heart for the ones that make you go, whoa, danger, danger, danger. These are the animals that demand our respect, the ones that have perfected the art of survival over millions of years. They're not monsters. They're magnificent, perfectly adapted creatures. Some of the most spectacular of these animals call the world's great rivers their home. They are the guardians of these waterways, the apex predators that keep the entire ecosystem in balance. It's a beautiful wild world out there, and it's one we need to understand and respect. So, today, we're going on a global safari, a real heartstopper. We're going to dive in and rank 9 of the world's most dangerous rivers, but we're not talking about rapids or pollution. Oh no, we're talking about the incredible, sometimes dangerous wildlife that lives in and around them. We're going to count them down from the least dangerous to the absolute most hair-raising, wildlife-packed river on Earth. So grab your khakis, and let's get ready to explore some of the wildest waterways on the planet. It's going to be a beauty. Alright, let's kick things off in the good old US of A, down in sunny Florida with the St. Johns River. This is a long, slow-moving river, a real stunner, winding its way through the heart of the state. But don't let its calm appearance fool you. Lurking just beneath that dark, tannin-stained water is a true living dinosaur, one of my absolute favorites, the American alligator. These fellas are the kings of this domain, and the St. John's is absolutely chock-a-block with them. You can see them sunning themselves on the banks looking like ancient logs, but they can move with lightning speed when they want to. Now, the American alligator is a powerful predator, no doubt about it. They've got a bite force that'll snap bones like twigs, and they are masters of the ambush. They'll wait patiently, with just their eyes and nostrils above the water, for an unsuspecting fish, turtle, or wading bird to come within range. They are a crucial part of this ecosystem, a top predator that keeps everything in check. Seeing a big old bull gator cruising through his territory is a sight you'll never, ever forget. It's pure, prehistoric power right there in front of you. What a beauty! But it's not just the gators you've got to keep an eye out for. The St. John's is home to other tough customers too. You've got your big, powerful snapping turtles, both the common and the alligator snapping turtle, with beaks that can deliver a nasty bite. And slithering along the banks and even swimming in the water, you've got venomous snakes like the cottonmouth, also known as the water moccasin. These guys are highly venomous and have a bad temper, so you definitely want to give them a wide berth. They're a classic example of an animal you need to respect from a distance. Despite all these cranky critters, the St. John's lands at number 9 on our list, because honestly, the danger to humans is relatively low if you're sensible. Alligator attacks are incredibly rare. These animals would much rather avoid people. They see us as big, noisy, and not on the menu. Most incidents happen when people are being a bit silly, swimming in areas they shouldn't, at times they shouldn't, or worse, feeding the gators. If you leave them alone, they will almost certainly leave you alone. They're not out to get you, they're just living their lives. So, the St. Johns River is a fantastic place to see some of America's most iconic wildlife. It's a reminder that wildness exists right in our backyards. It's a river that demands respect, but offers incredible rewards for those who appreciate it from a safe distance. It's a perfect example of how we can coexist with powerful predators. You just have to use your head, be aware of your surroundings, and give these magnificent animals the space they deserve. It's a wild kingdom, but a manageable one. Crikey, now we're heading over to Southeast Asia to a river that is a true giant, the mighty Mekong. This river is the heart and soul of the region, flowing through 6 different countries. It's a place of immense biodiversity, but also a place of giants and ghosts. The sheer scale of this river is hard to comprehend, and the creatures that live within its murky depths are the stuff of legends. We're talking about some seriously impressive and rare animals here, making this a truly special and potentially dangerous place. First up, let's talk about a true leviathan, the giant freshwater stingray. This isn't your average stingray, mate. These things can grow to be the size of a small car, weighing over 1,000 pounds. They are the largest freshwater fish in the world, and they have a serrated, venomous barb on their tail that can be over a foot long. Now they're not aggressive, but if you accidentally step on one of these giants hiding in the sediment, you are in for a world of hurt. The wound from that barb is excruciatingly painful and can be absolutely devastating. The Mekong is also one of the last strongholds for a critically endangered and incredibly rare reptile, the Siamese crocodile. These are beautiful medium-sized crocs, but they've been hunted almost to extinction. Finding one in the wild is like finding a needle in a haystack. While they're not as big or aggressive as some of their cousins, any crocodile is a powerful predator that demands respect. An encounter would be both an incredible privilege and a reminder of the power that still lurks in these waters, a ghost from a wilder past. But the dangers in the Mekong aren't just confined to the water. The river flows through vast, remote areas of jungle and forest, and along its banks, you enter the territory of some of the planet's most formidable land predators. We're talking about tigers and leopards. In the more remote stretches of the river basin, these big cats still roam. Coming down to the river to drink or hunt, they are silent, powerful, and masters of camouflage. An encounter with a tiger on a remote riverbank is the ultimate wildlife lottery, terrifying and magnificent all at once. So, while the Mekong is a vital lifeline for millions of people, it's also a river of mystery and danger. The combination of the colossal giant stingray hiding in the depths, the rare but still present Siamese crocodiles, and the threat of apex land predators like tigers along its banks puts it a step above the St. John's. It's a river system, facing immense pressure from human activity, but it still holds on to its wild secrets and its truly formidable inhabitants. What a place. Right, let's journey to the Indian subcontinent, to a river that is sacred to millions of people, the Ganges. This river is a complex tapestry of culture, spirituality, and incredible wildlife. It's a place where the line between the human world and the animal kingdom is beautifully and sometimes dangerously blurred. The Ganges and its tributaries are home to a unique and specialized caste of predators that you won't find anywhere else on Earth. It's a river that truly has a life of its own. One of the most unique residents here is the gharial. Look at this fella, isn't he a work of art? The gharial is a type of crocodilian, but it's specialized for catching fish, which you can tell by its long, incredibly slender snout, lined with over 100 sharp interlocking teeth. They're not typically a threat to humans, but a full-grown male can be massive, over 15 feet long. Seeing one is a real treat, as they are critically endangered. They are the fish eaters of the river, perfectly designed for their environment. The Ganges is also home to some other heavy hitters. You've got the mugger crocodile, a much broader-snouted and more opportunistic cousin of the gharial, who will take larger prey, and in the vast mangrove forests of the Sundarbans, where the Ganges meets the sea, you get the undisputed king of all crocodilians, the saltwater crocodile. But the danger doesn't stop there. The river system is also home to the Ganges river dolphin, a functionally blind and fascinating mammal, and massive predatory catfish like the goonch, which have been rumored to grow large enough to prey on humans. And just like on the Mekong, the danger isn't only in the water. The Sundarbans Delta is famous for its population of tigers, and these are no ordinary tigers. The tigers of the Sundarbans have a reputation for being man-eaters. They are adapted to a semi-aquatic life, swimming from island to island in the mangroves, and they are known to be particularly aggressive. People who live and work in this region, like honey collectors and fishermen, live in constant awareness of the striped predator that shares their world. The Ganges earns its spot at number 7 because of this sheer diversity of danger. You have 2, and in the delta, 3 species of crocodilians, giant predatory catfish, and the very real and statistically significant threat of tiger attacks in the Sundarbans. It's a river that is deeply intertwined with human life, which unfortunately leads to more frequent and sometimes tragic encounters. It's a powerful reminder that even in a place so densely populated, nature's most formidable predators still hold their ground. Crikey, let's head to Central America, to a place that's famous for one thing in particular. Welcome to the Tarcoles River in Costa Rica. Pura vida. This river might not be the longest or the widest, but what it lacks in size, it more than makes up for in toothy grins. The Tarcoles is world-renowned for having one of the highest densities of American crocodiles on the entire planet. We're not talking about a few here and there. We're talking about a genuine crocodile metropolis. When you look down from the famous crocodile bridge over the Tarcoles, it's just jaw-dropping. You'll see dozens of these massive reptiles lounging on the muddy banks below, and these aren't little fellas either. The American crocodiles here can grow to monstrous sizes, with some males reaching 16 to 18 feet long. They are absolute behemoths, true modern-day dinosaurs. They gather here in such incredible numbers, basking in the sun, waiting for a meal to drift by. It's a spectacular and slightly terrifying sight. The American crocodile is a different beast from its cousin, the American alligator. They are generally more tolerant of salt water, have a narrower, more pointed snout, and have a reputation for being a bit more aggressive and high-strung, especially the big males. While they primarily feed on fish, birds and mammals that come to the water's edge, a crocodile of that size is an apex predator that will take whatever opportunity it can get. They are incredibly powerful, and their presence in such high numbers makes this river a very, very dangerous place to take a dip. Of course, the crocs aren't the only danger. Like many tropical rivers, the Tarcoles and its surrounding forests are home to a variety of venomous snakes and other reptiles. But let's be honest, the crocodiles are the main event here. They are the undisputed rulers of this river. The sheer concentration of them is what makes the Tarcoles so unique. It has become a major tourist attraction, with boat tours taking people out to see these giants up close, sometimes a little too close for my liking. The Tarcoles River gets its spot on the list purely because of the overwhelming numbers and size of its crocodile population. While attacks on humans are not a daily occurrence, the potential for a deadly encounter is incredibly high for anyone foolish enough to enter the water. It's a living laboratory for crocodile behavior and a stark reminder of the density of life that a tropical river can support. It's beautiful, it's wild, and it is absolutely packed to the brim with big scaly predators. You've gotta love it. Right. Let's bring it home to my own backyard, Australia. We're heading to the city of Brisbane and its iconic river. Now, you might be thinking, Steve, a city river? How dangerous can that be? Well, let me tell you, looks can be deceiving. The Brisbane River winds right through the heart of a major metropolitan area, but it's connected to the ocean, and that means it's a highway for one of the most aggressive and dangerous sharks on the planet, the bull shark. That's right, bull sharks, and not just one or two. The Brisbane River is considered a major nursery for these sharks. The females swim up into the brackish, murky water to give birth because it's a relatively safe place for the pups to grow, away from larger marine predators. This means the river is absolutely teeming with bull sharks of all sizes, from little tackers to big, powerful adults that can be over 10 feet long. They are perfectly at home in fresh water, which is what makes them so dangerous in river systems around the world. Now, the bull shark has a well-earned reputation. They are responsible for a large number of shark attacks on humans globally, largely because their habitat, shallow coastal and riverine waters, overlap so much with ours. They are territorial, have poor eyesight in murky water, and a bump-and-bite method of investigating things. In the muddy waters of the Brisbane River, a swimmer, a paddleboarder, or someone who's fallen out of a boat can easily be mistaken for prey. It's a recipe for disaster. And don't forget the other Aussie critters. The banks of the Brisbane River are prime real estate for some of Australia's venomous snakes. The eastern brown snake, one of the most venomous land snakes in the world, is common in the area and is often found near water sources, so you've got to watch where you're walking along the banks, just as much as you have to worry about what's swimming in the water. It's a double whammy of danger, on land and in the water. The Brisbane River is a stark reminder that you don't have to be in the remote wilderness to be in the territory of dangerous animals. The high density of aggressive bull sharks, living and hunting right in the middle of a city of over 2 million people, is what rockets this river into our top 5. It's a hidden danger, swimming silently beneath the city's bridges and ferries. It proves that even in our most developed areas, the wild is never, ever far away. Alright, we're staying in Australia, but we're heading way up north to the top end, to the Northern Territory. This is a different kind of Australia altogether, wild, remote, and absolutely prehistoric. And we're going to a river that is synonymous with one animal, the Adelaide River. This place is famous, or infamous, for its massive population of the largest and most aggressive reptile on the planet, the saltwater crocodile, or salty as we call him. These are not your American alligators or even the American crocs of the Tarcoles. Salties are in a league of their own. They are the ultimate apex predator, an evolutionary masterpiece of power and aggression. The Adelaide River is home to some of the biggest individuals in the world, with males regularly exceeding 20 feet in length. These are not just animals, they are forces of nature. They are territorial, intelligent, and see just about anything that moves near the water's edge as a potential meal, including humans. The Adelaide River is famous for its jumping crocodile tours, where meat is dangled from a pole over the water, and these colossal reptiles launch their entire bodies into the air to snatch it. While it's an incredible display of their power, it also shows just how high they can get out of the water. It teaches them to associate boats with food, which is a seriously dangerous combination. You do not want to be trailing your hand in the water in the Adelaide River, not for a second. The danger here is constant and palpable. The water is murky, and a giant salty can be completely hidden in just a few feet of it. They can hold their breath for over an hour and strike with a speed that defies belief. Their bite force is the strongest in the animal kingdom, and once they have you in that death roll, it's all over. The local authorities have a saying up here. You only swim in the Northern Territory twice. Your first time and your last time, and they are not kidding. The Adelaide River ranks so high because of the sheer size, density, and hyper-aggressive nature of its saltwater crocodile population. Unlike some other predators, a big salty doesn't bite out of defense or curiosity, it bites to kill and eat. The danger is not potential, it is immediate and absolute for anyone who disregards the warnings. This is their kingdom, their hunting ground, and we are visitors who are very much on the menu. This is true, raw, prehistoric danger. What a magnificent, terrifying animal. Crikey, we've made it to the top 3, and for this we're heading to the cradle of civilization, to the longest river in the world, the mighty Nile in Africa. This river has nurtured empires for thousands of years, but it has also been a place of immense danger, home to some of the continent's most feared and respected animals. The Nile is a river of life, but it is also a river of death, and its predators are legendary. The star of the show here is, of course, the Nile crocodile. These are huge, powerful crocodilians, second in size only to the saltwater crocodile. They are responsible for hundreds of human fatalities every single year across Africa, far more than any other crocodilian species. Like salties, they are opportunistic and highly aggressive apex predators. For millennia, people have had to come to the Nile for water, to fish, to wash clothes, and for all that time, the Nile crocodile has been there, waiting. But the crocs are only half of the story. The Nile is also home to what many consider the most dangerous large land animal in all of Africa, the hippopotamus. Don't let their comical, roly-poly appearance fool you. Hippos are incredibly territorial and brutally aggressive. They kill more people in Africa than lions, leopards, and crocodiles combined. A bull hippo can weigh over 3,000 pounds, run faster than a human on land, and has massive canine tusks that can bite a small boat, or a person, in half. An encounter with a hippo in the water is one of the most dangerous situations you can be in. They will defend their territory with extreme prejudice, overturning boats and attacking anything they perceive as a threat. They are unpredictable and incredibly powerful. You might be paddling along, thinking you're in a clear patch of water, and suddenly a ton of angry hippo erupts from beneath you. It's the stuff of nightmares, and it happens all the time on the Nile and other African rivers. On top of the crocs and hippos, the Nile's ecosystem supports a host of other dangerous creatures. You've got a variety of highly venomous snakes, like the black mamba and various cobras, that hunt along the riverbanks. The sheer 1-2 punch of having massive, man-eating crocodiles sharing the water with hyper-aggressive, deadly hippos is what puts the Nile firmly in our number 3 spot. It's a beautiful, historic river, but it is a place where you must be on high alert every single second you are near the water. Alright, hold on to your hats because we're heading to the undisputed king of all rivers, the Amazon. This isn't just a river, it's a sprawling, continent-sized circulatory system, the largest river in the world by volume. The sheer biodiversity here is staggering, and the number of things in the water that can bite, sting, shock, or crush you is just off the charts. The Amazon is not dangerous because of 1 or 2 big predators, it's dangerous because of the sheer variety and abundance of threats. Let's start with the most famous, the piranha. While their reputation has been a bit exaggerated by movies, they are a genuine danger. A shoal of red-bellied piranhas in a feeding frenzy, attracted by the scent of blood, can strip flesh from bone in minutes. It's not a common occurrence for them to attack a healthy human. but if you're injured and bleeding in the water, you are in serious, serious trouble. Their razor-sharp teeth are designed for one thing: slicing through flesh. But the piranhas are just the warm-up act. The Amazon is home to the largest snake in the world, the green anaconda. These are colossal constrictors that can grow over 20 feet long and weigh more than 500 pounds. They are aquatic ambush predators, lying in wait in the murky shallows for prey like capybaras, deer, or caiman. A full-grown anaconda is more than capable of overpowering and consuming a human. They are masters of camouflage and pure constricting power. Then you've got the things you can't even see coming. The Amazon is home to the electric eel, which isn't actually an eel, but a type of knife fish. This incredible creature can generate an electric shock of up to 860 volts. That's more than enough to incapacitate a human, causing them to drown, or even stop their heart directly. And let's not forget the crocodilians. The Amazon basin is crawling with caiman, including the black caiman, which can grow up to 15 feet long and is the apex predator of the Amazonian waters, a serious threat to anyone in its territory. The Amazon is our runner-up because of this overwhelming diversity of danger. It's death by 1,000 cuts, or bites, or shocks, or stings. We haven't even mentioned the candiru, the tiny parasitic catfish, or the venomous stingrays and spiders. The water itself seems alive with threats, big and small. It's a soup of danger where threats can come from any direction, in any size, at any time. The Amazon is nature at its most prolific, its most competitive, and its most incredibly dangerous. What a place. Here we are, mate. The #1 most dangerous river in the world for wildlife encounters, the mighty Zambezi in southern Africa. This river has it all. It's wild, it's powerful, and it brings together the most dangerous elements from our other rivers into one terrifying, spectacular waterway. The Zambezi is the ultimate gauntlet, a place where 3 of the world's most formidable aquatic and semi-aquatic predators converge in high numbers. First, you have a massive population of huge, aggressive Nile crocodiles. Just like in the Nile, these ancient predators patrol the waters, waiting for any opportunity. The Zambezi is wide and often murky, providing perfect cover for a 16-foot croc to ambush anything at the water's edge, from a buffalo coming to drink to a fisherman in a dugout canoe. The number of crocodile attacks on the Zambezi is tragically high, a constant reminder of who the real king of the river is. Second, you have an enormous population of hippos. The Zambezi supports one of the largest concentrations of hippos in all of Africa. Entire stretches of the river are packed with territorial pods. This makes navigating the river incredibly hazardous. Canoe trips on the Zambezi are famous for their thrilling, heart-stopping encounters with angry hippos charging and trying to overturn the boats. They are the river's unpredictable, ill-tempered gatekeepers, and they command absolute respect. But here's the kicker, the detail that pushes the Zambezi to the #1 spot. Just like the Brisbane River, the Zambezi is home to the bull shark. These aggressive sharks swim hundreds of miles inland from the Indian Ocean, all the way up past Mozambique and into Zimbabwe. They are known locally as the Zambezi shark. So imagine this, you're in a remote landlocked part of Africa, hundreds of miles from the sea, and you have to worry about one of the world's most dangerous sharks sharing the water with giant crocodiles and thousands of aggressive hippos. This trifecta of terror is what makes the Zambezi unparalleled. You have the top-tier crocodilian predator, the most dangerous large mammal in Africa, and a highly aggressive freshwater-tolerant shark all occupying the same space. The sheer number of documented attacks on humans by all 3 of these animals is staggering. People who live along the Zambezi face a daily risk that is almost unimaginable to us. It's a river of breathtaking beauty, with wonders like Victoria Falls, but it is, without a doubt, the most dangerous river in the world when it comes to wildlife. The Zambezi is the ultimate embodiment of wild Africa. It's a place that has resisted being tamed. It's a river that demands more than just respect. It demands constant, unwavering vigilance. It is beautiful, it is vital, and it is deadly. The sheer concentration of 3 of the planet's most dangerous animals, all in one river system, makes the Zambezi our undisputed champion. Crikey, now that's a wild river. Well, there you have it, folks. From the gator-filled waters of Florida to the croc, hippo, and shark-infested Zambezi, we've been on a whirlwind tour of some of the planet's most dangerous and magnificent rivers. These waterways are stunningly beautiful, and they are absolutely essential providing the fresh water that all life, including ours, depends on. They are arteries of the planet, pulsing with an incredible diversity of life. But as we've seen, that life includes some of the most powerful and perfectly adapted predators on Earth. They are not evil or malicious, they are simply masters of their environment. It's so important for us to remember that when we step into the wilderness, whether it's a river in Africa or a forest in our own backyard, we are visitors in someone else's home. These animals have ruled these domains for millions of years, and they deserve our ultimate respect. The danger they pose is real, but it's a part of the natural balance of things. By understanding these animals and their behaviors, we can learn to appreciate their beauty and power from a safe distance, ensuring that both we and they can continue to thrive. So, get out there and explore this beautiful world of ours. Be adventurous, be curious, but most importantly, be smart and be safe. Always heed local warnings, never get complacent, and give wildlife the space and respect it deserves. Nature is the most beautiful, awe-inspiring thing we have, and these wild rivers and their incredible inhabitants are treasures. We need to protect them, we need to understand them, and we need to cherish them. Thanks for joining me on this incredible adventure, and remember, be a wildlife warrior.